What's up, meatbags? It's the often imitated, never duplicated Tony TGD coming at you with a re-upload of a video. Now, if you've watched the first upload of this, if you're one of the few people that watched it, I do apologize. Had to private it. Apparently, OBS decided not to record the last reason why people lose the debate. So we're doing this on StreamYard. We're going to do it again, re-record it, re-upload it, make it a little bit better. I'm sitting here with a nice bowl of soup, trying to eat. But unfortunately, I got to do this because this is something you need to know. This is something you need to hear. This is something that I just love talking about. Now, we're going to be talking about 3 reasons why you lost a debate. Now, I have been in a lot of debates. I have been in a lot of discussions. You'll see me on panels. You'll see me talking to people of all shapes and sizes. And what you'll often see is me winning the argument, me winning the debate because I come correct. I come in the manner that you need to come. So I'm going to tell you why people lose debates, why they lose it, almost from jump, almost from the start of the debate, they've already lost before even getting into the actual conversation. Now, we're going to go with the first reason here is you attacked the person. Now, this is a tactic that a lot of people like to use. They like to attack the person's character, attack their, whether it's their looks, their size, the channel that they're on, which political leaning they have. They'll call them names. I've heard people being called quote unquote crackheads recently. That's a new one that I've stumbled upon. None of that actually matters. I mean, it does not matter if you're literally debating a 100% verifiable crackhead. If the person is actually smoking crack while talking to you, that's irrelevant to the discussion. That does not somehow disqualify their argument. That does not make what they're saying to be untrue. Uh, Nor does it make something that they say untrue just because they might be a racist, a bigot, a left winger, a right winger, a SJW, a middle of the road, a rhino, what have you. None of that matters. Hitler can rise from the grave. He can walk down to the local 7-Eleven and start having a debate with you about whether or not it's raining outside. Him being the literal zombie corpse of Hitler has no bearings on whether or not it is raining. It has no bearings on whether or not what he is saying is true. People need to understand this. They need to grasp this. If you start attacking the person and not the person's point, if you start attacking the person and not the actual argument, then you've lost the debate. There is no discussion. There is no, you know, going over, seeing the replay, watching to see what happened. Nope, you just lost. Automatic L. Don't even bother. That person has lost. They have no leg to stand on. Now, the second reason is you never refuted the point. Now, there is a lot of people out there that like to talk. They like to pontificate. They like to hear themselves ramble, if you will. I am one of those people, as you might be able to tell, I do love hearing the sound of my own voice because it is so sweet and dripping with honey. But that means nothing in a debate. That means nothing when you're trying to refute someone's argument. As many of you know, I've talked a lot about the Intellivision of Miko. So, I talk about what I know. And so we're going to use Tommy Tellerico as an example. I've often heard him be asked questions, you know, something as simple as when is it going to be released? When is the Amico going to be released? Give us a release date. Now, a normal person would say, we got no release date, or it is going to be released on such and such date. Real simple answer, small, short answer, right to the point. But that's not Tommy's style. No, he will tell you about all the hardships he's endured over his life. He'll tell you how he's Rocky Balboa and the Intellivision Amico is going to overcome the Ivan Drago of Nintendo Switch. He'll discuss how there's a global pandemic, a chip shortage, ships being literally stuck in canals. But he'll never, ever actually address the point. He won't refute the point. He will not come to any sort of area near the point. He just wanders around, rambles over, and people just kind of accept it. Somewhere along the line, you get lost in the conversation. You forget what the original question was. You forget what you were trying to get at. That happens in debates too. Someone will say, make a claim that this character is a token, or that this is a bad show, or this is a crappy movie, and the other person will argue why it's not. But they don't actually get to the point. They'll just tell you other things about how the creator might have a family member who's in pain, or he was doing this to honor a loved one, or how The company was holding him back from his true vision, but now he was able to release his true vision onto the silver screen. But none of that matters. None of that actually tells me whether or not Zack Snyder's Snyder Cut is a good film. None of that matters to the debate whether or not this is a good movie or a bad movie. You see, that is all superfluous information. That is all information that sounds good. It makes you emotional. It makes you feel for the person, but it does not actually refute the point. It does not address the point. It doesn't even come near the point. But it does sound good. And now the third and final point, the reason that you're probably watching this video is you used alternative facts. Now, that is a fancy way of saying you are lying. You are a liar. Now, I've seen this lately where people try to claim definitions of words that don't exist. They'll try to claim things that don't actually happen or is not true. They'll twist other people's statements. Now, in the heat of the moment, when you're in there and you're debating somebody, you can't be Googling, you can't be fact checking if you do not know beforehand whether or not what the person is going to say is true or not, whether or not what the person is claiming is true or not. You usually get lost of it. You usually assume that the person you're talking to is going to be an honest, upfront person. He's not going to lie to you. He's not going to twist facts. He's going to present things as they are. And in the heat of a moment, the heat of a debate, you usually give him the benefit of the doubt. You usually say, hey, if the guy's saying that it must be true, I have to take his word for it. So this is one of those things where you lose the debate, but it's not an immediate L. It's not something that happens right away. It's something that happens maybe an hour later, maybe a week later, hell, maybe 30, 40, 50 days later. Hell, it might even take years before someone figures out what you said in this debate was untrue. But you've lost. You know you've lost because you lied. Everything you said has been predicated on a lie. All the arguments, all the points, all the big explanations you've given are based on a lie. And something based on a lie is inherently untrue. It is inherently false. And it will eventually come to light that you are wrong. That might make you feel good. It might make you get a little pat on the back from your friends and your fans. But none of that matters to truth, honesty, integrity, and actual intellectual discourse. Do not present alternative facts. I know it might help you. I know you might think it's a shortcut to a win. But in the long run, you will lose. And your fans will lose. And people who believe you will lose because they will lose out on accurate information. They will lose out on actually knowing what is going on. Now, that's all I really got to say about this. I know a lot of people will dispute me. They'll say I'm wrong. Winning a debate, it depends on what the audience says. Whoever the audience agrees with, they're the ones who won. It doesn't matter any of these things you said, Tony. That's actually untrue. Right off the jump, let's just say that your fans are your fans. Your haters are your haters. You will always come out on top to your fans. Your fans will always say you've won the debate. Your haters will always say you have lost the debate. But those people don't matter. No, the people that matter are the people on the fence, the people watching from the outside. If those people agree with you, then you have won the debate. You have swayed their minds. You have changed people's way of thinking to your way of thinking. But if those people say no, you've lost the debate. You have made bad arguments. Then you have lost the debate, and that's it. It's as simple as that. No other way I can say it. Now, if you like this video, if you enjoyed what I had to say, if you like hearing the sound of my voice, click the like button, subscribe to the channel. Let me know if you want to hear some more debate tips. I've been in a lot. I've had lots of arguments, lots of discussions with people. I love to do it. I can't get enough of it. So leave a comment if you want to see more. And of course, love, peace, booty grease. We out this bitch.